Imagine experiencing unimaginable luxuries, exotic cuisine, and friendly communities without emptying your wallet. Don't believe me? What if I told you it's true in certain countries around the world where your salary is worth more? Join me on this journey through affordable and safe countries that could change your life. But beware, what you're about to see might ignite your sense of adventure and transform everything. Are you ready to take the leap? Let's dive in. 10. Portugal. We start our list with a European destination that has captivated thousands of expatriates with its unbeatable blend of pleasant climate, friendly people, and a surprisingly low cost of living compared to the United States or Spain. Portugal, located on the Iberian Peninsula, has long been a well-kept secret, but recently, many foreigners have discovered its advantages and moved to enjoy a peaceful lifestyle filled with cultural richness. You've probably heard of Lisbon and Porto, two iconic cities that perfectly illustrate the balance between history, modernity, and affordability. Compared to the United States, living in Portugal can be up to 40% cheaper, especially when it comes to housing and food. A one-bedroom apartment in central Lisbon might cost around $700 to $900 per month, but in less touristy areas or smaller cities, rentals can range from $400 to $500. While it's still Europe, Portugal maintains a lower cost of living than many of its neighbors. Compared to Spain, the difference can be around 15 to 20%, depending on the city and lifestyle you choose. Food is also more affordable than in the U.S. We're talking about a monthly grocery budget of around $180 to $250 for a single person, as long as you buy local products and cook at home. If you prefer dining out, a full meal at an affordable restaurant can cost about $8 to $10, something almost unthinkable at that price in some U.S. cities. Additionally, Portugal's healthcare system is highly regarded, with public and private hospitals offering quality services at a fraction of what someone in the U.S. would pay. What stands out most is the kindness of the Portuguese, who typically welcome foreigners with warmth and a willingness to help. Many American or Spanish retirees describe their life in Portugal as a true Mediterranean dream come true. Great weather, exceptional food, nearby beaches, and a relaxed atmosphere that makes them feel at home. You might think Portugal is enough to satisfy you, but don't turn away yet. This is just the beginning. 9. Albania. We continue with a gem in the Balkans, long overlooked due to the influence of more famous tourist destinations like Greece or Croatia. Albania, however, is emerging as one of Europe's most attractive destinations for those seeking a peaceful and affordable lifestyle without sacrificing safety. Located in southeastern Europe, it boasts spectacular mountainous landscapes and beaches with crystal-clear waters, along with a historical heritage shaped by centuries of diverse cultural influences. For those arriving with dollars or euros, the cost of living in Albania can be 50 to 60% lower than in the United States. Compared to Spain, the difference might be around 30 to 40%. Renting a one-bedroom apartment in central Tirana, the capital, can cost between $300 and $400 per month, while in smaller cities or less busy areas, rentals can drop below $250. Food, if bought at local markets, is astonishingly cheap, with a monthly budget of around $150 to $200 for one person, including fresh fruits, vegetables, and local products. Foreigners living in Albania often highlight the friendliness and hospitality of the locals, as well as the sense of safety in everyday life. While the infrastructure isn't as modern as in European Union countries, significant improvements have been made in recent years, especially in major cities and tourist areas. Beach lovers find paradise in the Albanian Riviera, with turquoise waters and minimal tourist crowds. If mountains are your thing, northern Albania will leave you speechless with its landscapes and unique traditions. Many expatriates are surprised to discover how easy it can be to settle here, not only because of the low cost of living, but also due to the simplicity of the culture and the warmth of the people. If you think Albania is the cheapest destination you'll find in Europe, I encourage you to keep reading, because there are still countries on this list that might change your retirement or long-term adventure plans. 8. Panama. We now arrive in Central America with a country that has won the hearts of thousands of American and European retirees seeking a tropical climate, a relaxed lifestyle, and an economic system that makes settling in easy. Panama is famous for its canal, one of the world's greatest engineering feats, but for those who move here, the real appeal lies in its political stability, dollarized economy, and incentives for foreign retirees. The cost of living in Panama can be 35 to 40% lower than in the United States, though compared to Spain, the difference might be smaller, around 15 to 20%. Panama City is the main hub and, as such, the most expensive in the country. Renting a one-bedroom apartment in the city center can exceed $700 per month, but in nearby areas or smaller cities like David or Boquete, rents can drop below $400. Food, when bought at local markets and cooked at home, might cost between $200 and $300 per month, though frequent dining at upscale restaurants will increase that budget. Panama has a reasonably good healthcare system, and for many retirees, it offers one of the most generous discount programs in the region. With a retiree visa, older foreigners can access discounts on hotels, transportation, and medical services, making life here even more affordable. Additionally, the infrastructure is relatively developed compared to neighboring countries, and the presence of large supermarket chains and shopping malls provides convenience for newcomers. Those who settle in Panama highlight the warmth of the locals and the diversity of landscapes, ranging from the modernity of the city to Caribbean beaches or lush mountainous areas. Life here can be as tranquil or vibrant as you desire. 7. Slovenia. Next up is Slovenia, a small European country that sometimes goes unnoticed among its larger, more famous neighbors. Surrounded by Austria, Italy, Croatia, and Hungary, Slovenia boasts fairy tale-like landscapes, clean cities, and a blend of modernity and Balkan charm. Those who have visited its capital, Ljubljana, describe it as a city straight out of a storybook, where everything seems to work in perfect harmony. But why do we say it's a cheap and safe destination? Unlike Western European countries, Slovenia offers a cost of living that might surprise you with its affordability. Compared to the United States, life in Slovenia can be up to 35% cheaper, while compared to Spain, the difference is around 15 to 20%, depending on the city you settle in. Renting a one-bedroom apartment in Ljubljana might cost around $500 to $600, but in smaller cities like Maribor or Koper, you can find rentals for $300 to $400. When it comes to food, supermarket and local market prices allow a single person to spend around $200 to $250 per month, and dining out at a local restaurant might cost between $8 and $12 per dish. Safety is one of Slovenia's hallmarks. Crime rates are among the lowest in Europe, and walking at night in most cities is generally worry-free. Plus, the surrounding nature invites outdoor activities like hiking in the Julian Alps or visiting Lake Bled without any concerns. For those seeking a quiet, clean place with European standards, Slovenia shines brightly, and the sense of quality of life is often very high. 6. Bulgaria. Located in southeastern Europe, Bulgaria combines centuries of history, a deep cultural legacy, and steady modernization. If the idea of living in a country where your Western budget stretches up to 50% further than in the United States and about 30% further than in Spain appeals to you, pay attention. Bulgaria offers a surprisingly affordable lifestyle, with the added benefit of being part of the European Union, which simplifies certain processes for EU citizens. In cities like Sofia, the capital, you can rent a decent apartment for around $300 to $400 per month, and in smaller cities like Plovdiv or Veliko Tarnovo, prices drop even further, around $200 to $250 for a basic apartment. Food is a strong point for the wallet in Bulgaria. With about $150 to $200 per month, you can stock up on quality fruits, vegetables, and dairy, especially if you shop at traditional markets. Eating at a local restaurant might cost between $5 and $8, a bargain compared to prices in major U.S. or Spanish cities. Overall safety in Bulgaria is quite good, with low crime rates and few problematic areas. Foreigners who arrive often highlight the warmth of the locals, though there may be a language barrier at first, as Bulgarian uses the Cyrillic alphabet. However, many young people speak English, and the expatriate community is growing. Bulgaria is also famous for its mountains, monasteries, and Black Sea coast, which fills with visitors in the summer seeking pleasant beaches at very affordable prices. It's undoubtedly a destination worth considering for anyone looking for a stable, cheap, and charming country to explore. 5. Hungary. We shift slightly to Eastern Europe to visit Hungary, a country with a glorious imperial past, a majestic capital called Budapest, and a vibrant culture. It could be the ideal place for those longing for a quiet retirement or a new life at a much lower cost than most U.S. or Spanish cities. If living along the Danube or enjoying the famous thermal baths scattered across the country sounds tempting, take note of these details. Hungary is about 41 to 50% cheaper than living in the United States, and around 20% less expensive than Spain, particularly in secondary cities or rural areas. In Budapest, renting a one-bedroom apartment in a central area might cost between $400 and $600 per month, but in less central neighborhoods or cities like Debrecen or Szeged, that figure can drop significantly, perhaps to $250 or $350. For food, around $200 per month could allow you to eat well, including occasional visits to local restaurants, where a full meal might cost between $6 and $10. In terms of safety, Hungary ranks quite well in Europe. Crime rates are low, and strolling through Budapest at any hour is usually a pleasant experience. The infrastructure is well developed, with efficient public transportation, and the expatriate community grows year by year, especially in the capital. For many, living in Hungary means accessing a European lifestyle at a lower cost than other regional powers, with the added bonus of enjoying a passionate culture, classical music concerts, and a cuisine rich in flavor and history. 4. Malaysia. We take a big leap to Southeast Asia, specifically to Malaysia, a country that blends tradition, modernity, and impressive architecture in cities like Kuala Lumpur. With a multicultural society where Malays, Chinese, and Indians coexist, Malaysia offers an enriching experience and a cost of living that leaves Westerners astonished. If you love high-tech, iconic skyscrapers and the chance to escape to paradisiacal beaches, Malaysia might be your ideal destination. Compared to the United States, Malaysia can be up to 60% cheaper, and compared to Spain, savings could be around 40%. In Kuala Lumpur, a one-bedroom apartment in a central area might cost between $350 and $500, while in less busy areas or smaller cities, you could find rentals below $300. Additionally, Malaysian cuisine is a delightful mix of Asian flavors. A typical dish at a local restaurant might cost $2 to $4, and grocery shopping at supermarkets is quite affordable, with an estimated $150 to $200 per month for one person. Malaysia also boasts a high-quality healthcare system and well-equipped hospitals, making it a hub for medical tourism. The ease of traveling to other parts of Asia from here is another major draw, as regional flights are often very affordable. Many foreigners describe Malaysia as a place that blends the best of modernity with traditional charm, and the kindness of the locals makes settling in much easier than expected. You might think you've already found your favorite on this list, but you haven't seen what's coming in the top spots yet. 3. Pakistan. We continue with Pakistan, a country many overlook due to stereotypes and outdated information. However, for those who have had the chance to visit or live in its major cities, the experience can be surprisingly positive. Pakistan boasts a millennia-old culture, stunning landscapes, and legendary hospitality that many travelers discover when exploring its streets and mountains. On top of that, it's one of the cheapest places in the world to maintain a comfortable lifestyle if you have an income in dollars or euros. Compared to the United States, Pakistan can be up to 70% cheaper, and compared to Spain, the difference is around 50 to 55%. In cities like Islamabad or Lahore, you can find one-bedroom apartments in central areas for about $100 to $200 per month. While prices rise in more luxurious or exclusive neighborhoods, they still remain well below Western standards. Local food, characterized by spiced and hearty dishes, might cost between $1 and $3 per meal at humble restaurants. If you prefer cooking, markets offer fruits, vegetables, and meats at prices that seem negligible to an American. Infrastructure varies by region, with Pakistan having both highly developed areas and rural zones where time seems to stand still. Still, those who settle in major cities often highlight the warmth of the people, the cultural richness, and the low cost of living, which allows them to save or enjoy luxuries they couldn't afford in their home countries. Some foreigners are surprised to find large shopping malls, high-end restaurants, and a growing expatriate community. If you've always dreamed of exploring unconventional destinations and want your money to stretch further, Pakistan might catch your attention more than you think. 2. Thailand. We arrive at a country that has become a top destination for retirees, digital nomads, and travelers worldwide, Thailand. Known for its paradisiacal beaches, golden temples, and a culture steeped in spirituality, Thailand offers a perfect blend of exoticism and modernity, making it easy to fall in love with its relaxed lifestyle. But what draws many Westerners most is the ability to live on a significantly lower budget than in their home countries without sacrificing comfort. Compared to the United States, Thailand can be up to 65% cheaper, and compared to Spain, savings might be around 45 to 50%. Bangkok, the bustling capital, is somewhat more expensive than other cities. But even there, you can find one-bedroom apartments for $300 to $500 per month in nice neighborhoods. If you prefer quieter destinations like Chiang Mai or coastal areas like Krabi, housing costs can drop even further. Plus, you'll enjoy dreamy landscapes. Thai cuisine is world famous. Eating at street stalls might cost between $1 and $2 per dish, allowing many foreigners to dine out almost daily without straining their finances. Private medical services are high quality and much more affordable than in the West, making Thailand an attractive destination for medical tourism. Add to that the hospitality of the locals and a growing expatriate community, which makes settling in easier for those coming from afar. 1. Nepal. We've reached the #1 spot on this list, a destination that not everyone considers when thinking about places to retire or live affordably, but one that undoubtedly deserves a closer look. Nepal. Nestled in the heart of the Himalayas, this country holds a cultural and historical richness that captivates all who set foot on its soil. Home to Everest, the world's highest mountain, Nepal offers foreigners the chance to live a relaxed life surrounded by nature at a fraction of Western costs. The price difference compared to the United States can reach an incredible 75% in savings, while compared to Spain, we're talking about 55 to 60% less monthly expenditure. In the capital, Kathmandu, you can find one-bedroom apartments in central areas for just $100 to $200 per month, though prices rise in exclusive neighborhoods or for more modern housing. Local food, based on rice, lentils, and fresh vegetables, is very affordable, costing around $1 to $2 per dish at simple restaurants. While Nepal's infrastructure isn't as developed as other countries on this list, the charm of its mountainous landscapes and the warmth of the Nepalese people more than make up for any shortcomings. For those who enjoy ecotourism or outdoor activities, Nepal is a true paradise, filled with hiking trails and ancient monasteries that invite contemplation and inner peace. More and more foreigners are discovering that with a small income in dollars or euros, they can live a life surrounded by tranquility, hospitality, and the majesty of the Himalayan range. For many, it's the realization of a dream they didn't even know they had. Perhaps you're now feeling a tingle of excitement at the thought that your retirement or next big step could be in one of these destinations. Or maybe your curiosity has been piqued and you want to dig deeper. Whatever the case, you've made it to the end of this countdown, and I hope you're filled with the excitement of a world full of possibilities. If you enjoyed the information you found here, I invite you to give it a like and subscribe. That way, you can discover more videos like this, with ideas and tips that could change how you see life and the planet we inhabit. Thanks for joining me on this journey. See you soon with more destinations and adventures that will open your mind to new horizons.